today for this moment. We are going to explain that famous sentence of Jesus: you will love God above all the things. That saying, that sentence, have a very simple significance in your experience. In your perception, your experience, same thing. There are objects and space. There are objects that what seems that is material, and there are space, that which is no form, no material, emptiness. So usually how we perceive the world, how we perceive our lives. We perceive life as the things that happen, the persons that are in life, which means objects in your perception. But we never refer as our lives as the immense space that is also in our perception. That space includes all the trees, the mountains, the buildings, the streets that you are perceiving, or whatever you are perceiving now. You must go, actually, more certainly, you must go to your direct experience now. If you are not seeing any river and you can imagine it, that's your experience. That's the real experience. But even if you imagine a river, you can imagine also the space that must be there for the river to exist. Maybe, so to love God above all the things is to say that I include also space with the things I'm seeing. Because Seeing only objects creates attachments because your perception, your consciousness don't have the freedom of itself. So the consciousness gets trapped because that consciousness don't have the freedom of itself. So it creates some habits. In the beginning, maybe the habits will continue. So you have to start with a new habit. The new habit is perceiving space. While you perceive objects, you will see day by day. Maybe you need some time to break this habit, but you will see that it's very much more easier to love this space, that the things, that only the things. I'm from this space with the love of this space, because this space is full of love. It's fully loving you now. You will love also the things that just appear and disappear in your perception. So this sentence, you will love God above all the things, is a kind of divine order, because that space is constant, but things in your perception comes and goes. If you have a son or a daughter, for example, the way he appears in your perception is not the same every day. The way he or she reacts or behaves, and her or his body is changing. Her or his ideas or behaviors or attitudes are changing also. But the way you perceive it is always changing. There is something in your perception that doesn't change. So it's your goodness to put your feet there. Your feet means your consciousness. And if you just stop now and see that cannot be any place in your experience where space is not. You see that you are in an ocean of softness. An ocean of softness. That is your new life. That is include God in your life. That is your exit to suffering. Believe me, there it is. You need just your determination, your will to go again and again to that which don't give you any trouble. At the beginning it's just, here there is no trouble. That was my path for a time. I consistently persevere. I persevere for a long time. And the habits, the old habits slowly was breaking and breaking. Without even me notice it. Yeah. So be patient. And just let him to take you slowly. It will all be for a great